today I'm going to be discussing my opinion about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, based on everything we've seen so far from screenshots and trailers. Like I said, this is all just going to be my opinion, so if anybody disagrees with my opinion, make sure to leave it down below and we could have a friendly discussion in the comments about it. And if anyone's new, make sure they leave a like and make sure they subscribe. So, based on everything we've seen, this game is going to be an action RPG 3D arena fighting game, which I'm very hyped for because, well, not really the 3D fighting arena part, I mean 3D arena fighting part, mainly the action RPG part, because an action RPG Dragon Ball game is what people have wanted for a long time. So people, like, as soon as they heard that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was going to be an action RPG Dragon Ball game with all of the story from the Saiyan Saga to the Buu Saga, they immediately thought this was going to be one of the best Dragon Ball games to ever be released. And I don't blame them, because action RPG games are fun, and when you combine an action RPG with the Dragon Ball story, it should turn out to be a great result. Like I said, that's just my opinion. So yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about the game so far, and some people think it's going to be a great game, it's going to sell well. Some people think it's just going to be another Dragon Ball game just with the same story over and over. And I will admit, the story does get repetitive for Dragon Ball, but it's an original game with it has its own aspects to it. Like, with all the Dragon Ball games, it is pretty much the same story over and over, but they all have their different aspects, and they all have that one thing that make them really stand out as being a great Dragon Ball game. So yeah, hopefully Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will have that one thing to stand out. For me, so far, I think it's the graphics. The graphics look very clean, and the fighting looks really clean too. Like, the combo strings, like all the other stuff that we've seen in the trailers, it looks really clean so far. I'm very hyped for this game. And one thing that I didn't want to say is, some people think that this game is just going to be trash because there's no multiplayer and you can't create CACs. So let me tell y'all something real quick. If you want, like, this game needs to be different, okay? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a completely different game than, like, Xenoverse 2, for example. Because, like, yes, they are both 3D arena fighting games, but this one is an action RPG. Xenoverse isn't an action RPG. Like, Xenoverse, you could create a CAC, go through the Dragon Ball story, and play online. That's not what Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is or is going to be meant for, okay? Like, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, like, it's not gonna have any online features to it. At least that's just my opinion. I don't think it's gonna have any online features to it. All I think it's gonna be is just the Legacy of Goku, pretty much a console version of the Legacy of Goku. That's really what I think it's gonna be. But it's gonna be a really fun game. Like, and not every Dragon Ball game that needs to be released, that is gonna be released or has been released, needs to be like Xenoverse. Like, if that was the case, then it would just get boring and repetitive. Like, we would just create a CAC, go through the story, and just play online. Like, that's just boring, to be honest. Like, nobody wants to play 6 different Dragon Ball games and they've all had the same experience with creating a CAC, going through the story, and then playing online afterwards. That's not what Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is going to be meant for. It's going to be a completely different game with the same story, but it's going to have side quests too. That's what makes it action RPG. There's going to be collectibles and stuff. It's going to be a really fun game. And I'm not sure what the release date is. I think it's going to be in January 2020, but I'm not sure of the exact date. But yeah. And also, one more thing I wanted to add is that we don't even know if there's going to be DLC for this game. Like, we have no idea if there's going to be any kind of DLC. If I would have to choose what DLC I would want for this game, I want a DLC that has to do with the Tournament of Power, like going through the Tournament of Power story. That would be really cool, actually. Like, an action RPG Dragon Ball game going through the Tournament of Power story. Like, and we all have to admit, the Tournament of Power arc was the best arc in Dragon Ball Super. Well, that and the Goku Black arc. It's debatable between those two, but I think the Tournament of Power arc was way better than the Goku Black one. So, if I had to pick a DLC for this game, I would want the Tournament of Power arc. If we do get the Goku Black arc, that would be cool too, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree with my opinion down below in the comments. We can have a discussion about it if you disagree with my opinion. I honestly think this game is going to be really, really good. I'm not saying it's going to be the best Dragon Ball game ever, but I think it's going to be up there with some of the most popular Dragon Ball games. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about the game so far, based on all the trailers we've seen, based on all the screenshots, based on everything that they've said about the game. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, make sure y'all leave a like, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Make sure to share the channel as well, because when this game comes out, I'm definitely going to be streaming it. So yeah, that's about it from me. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Alright? Peace out, everybody.